And welcome to the Jerry Beans Men. Today on Dice Try Friday, we are going to be talking about dice, of course. We've already talked about the sidekick dice. If you missed that, that was our last week's installment. Go back and double check it. We're not going to talk about the creature dice because they're a little bit more complex. Today we are talking about basic action dice. Now if you notice I have a card behind this. I'll explain that in a little bit. Basic action dice, you will be playing, depending on the type of match you're playing, anywhere from I think 1, 2, and 3 cards a piece, 1, 2, and 4 cards a piece. I can't remember exactly, but the format that Jerry Bean Green and I always play will always have 4 out, because each player gets to pick 2, and I feel that's the most effective route. Now, they'll be signified by 4 colors. As you see, I have the gold dice card out, which correlates with gold dice. So when Jerry Bean Green and I play, these are in the middle of the board, and they'll have the color card underneath them just to let you know which one's which. Now, this is the first dice we're going to talk about that actually involves purchasing dice. The reason I picked this one is because it just has a number. So right here's your cost, and we're going to kind of stabilize our camera a little bit. Alright. No, that's not working. Alright. So, to kind of get an idea here, it has the cost, 3. It has all your images of your dice on the bottom here. You'll have 3 spots that say 2. Those are actually just plain energy. They're colorless. They can't be used to signify a type. And then you have the 3 items, like, you know, basically your quote-unquote summoning cost, which will activate the effect right there. Choosing this one being Mystic Box. Alright. This one being choose an opponent's monster. Your opponent draws a dice. If it is a monster, replace the chosen monster with that dice at its lowest level. Otherwise, return to the dice bag. The one I like off of this, though, I like to use this one against green, is the global cost, which we'll explain global. I guess we can explain globals today. Pay 1 shield energy, which we discussed on the sidekick die, right there. Swap the attack value of one of your monsters with that of one opposing monster. Jerry Bean Green does it to me too, because it's a global effect. Both players can use it anytime they really feel like it. Alright, so let's get down to the idea of purchasing dice. As I said, these will be in the middle. Both players choose 2 of them and they all go in the middle. They'll each have a different corresponding color. And there's 3 dice per color. So, for all intent and purposes, we're going to put that right there. And imagine those are all 3 gold dice. So, if I rolled, I don't know, let's just grab some random dice from over here. Alright. So say I roll, I grab 2 Lajins. Trying to find here. Let's just roll that, and we'll roll. Pretend that's a roll. Alright, pretend that was our roll. Apparently we only had 3 dice. Okay, so we can pay these 3 energy, which will explain where all that energy goes later on in the game. That's all game mechanics. 2, summon one of these dice. Well, add this to our dice bag. Once again, we'll talk about that in a later video. So yeah, these dice, ooh, excuse me, are kind of, as I said, basic. They don't require a special cost. They'll all use the same dice that you get in the starter set, like the starter dice, or like the sidekick dice. You don't buy them separately. You can't buy them separately. And you always start the game with the same kind of basic setup on those. Alright, I think that's all we can really talk about for these dice today. Anything else that gets talked about them will be in the later installments when Jerry Bean Green and I start actually talking about gameplay, which I think will be pretty interesting. Alright, put the sidekick dice back there, and just gotta grab There it is. Our next discussion will be on creature dice. Alright, this is Jerry being green. Jerry being green. Am I some kind of imposter? No. This is Jerry being yellow. Yellow. Signing off. Thank you. Bye.